Well, there are fashion models, celebrities and actors who have a detailed understanding of geopolitics, post-industrial patriarchy and comparative religions, but Lily Cole is not one of them. In fact, Cole may be a good example of why someone who has won the genetic lottery of life by being born beautiful should copy the example set by the shrewd British supermodel Kate Moss and say as little as possible in public. Models, let us not forget, are sometimes employed for their looks. All that by way of preamble to explain that Lily Cole couldn't help herself. These 95,000 Instagram followers she had won't feed themselves. So Lily Cole thought she'd found a tasty morsel when she posted those pictures of herself wearing, oh yes, the burqa, just as millions of Afghan women were being plunged back into them very much against their will. Because you couldn't write it. In posting the pictures, Cole also urged her online followers to, quote, embrace diversity, perhaps mistaking the imposition of the burqas as a mark of multiculturalism that we should celebrate, presumably because it's not Western. And her subsequent apology was a textbook example of a painfully transparent apology. Andrew Doyle is here, burqaless.
I am burqaless, yes.
What do you make?
Well, I mean, there's lots of things you can say about this, isn't it? It reminds me a little bit, you know, I mean, we often see celebrities wading into areas that they just don't understand. And, of course, they've got every right to express their opinions or express themselves however they want, absolutely. But then we should be able to criticise them for it. I mean, this reminds me a bit of when the band Little Mix posted a tweet apologising to the people of Syria because the UK government had voted to bomb the country. And it was as though the people of Syria care what Little Mix think about this situation. But anyway, yes, so we have this model who's making this very clumsy gesture, but really it's not political, actually. For her, this is it's part of this kind of ideological thing, this thing which I suppose, because of what we would call intersectional feminism, for some reason, Islam has hit quite high on the hierarchy of minority groups that require protection.
In the league table.
In the league table, right, and this is why there's such a conflict between intersectional feminism and what we would call second-wave feminism. It's because, you know, if you are saying that the burqa and the veil and these kind of oppressive garments that have a misogynistic background and history are now sort of symbols of multiculturalism and diversity and progression and tolerance and all of these things, it means you don't really know the history. You know, I mean, we know as well, I mean, if you want to read a book about, there's a book by Yasmin Alabai-Brown called Refusing the Veil, which does a very good job of outlining the liberal reasons why we should oppose it. Because, of course, what it derives from this idea that women, the male sexual attraction towards women is the women's fault, and that women have to therefore be shielded away and hidden away. Now, Lily Cole talks about diversity, so she used this phrase diversity, and
she's just tossing this stuff out because she thinks it sounds, you know,
well, she doesn't know what it means, does she? Because
clearly not.
If you're talking about serious diversity and you're actually interested in it, you're not going to promote a garment which is designed to take away diversity. The point is to make all women the same. Yeah. It's a uniform that takes away their individuality. Yeah. So you know, it's completely incoherent to do this.